Welcome one and all to the Pirate Podcast, starring your two favorite piratey boys, Blackbeard and his trustful sidekick, the Sparrow!
It's nice to be back, bud.
Hi, buddy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I feel like we're just hammering these out. I love it.
I love it.
We're doing... you know the twisty ties?
Yeah.
It just magnetized to the back of my phone.
Oh, that's so fun.
For a second, that's funny. Now it won't do it anymore. How have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been good, buddy. Just been fucking working and chilling. I planted a couple trees at the house.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, how many?
So right now, 2. I'm going to plant a third one. All citrus. So I got a lemon tree, an orange tree, and then a lime tree. Very pirate of me.
That is super, yeah.
To fight the scurvy, bro.
I was literally thinking, to fight scurvy. That's ingenious. How long does it take for them to mature?
A couple years.
Are they like genetic, like hybrids? I'm assuming most fruit trees are.
Yeah. So one of them is a Meyer lemon tree, and one of them is a... I forget what the orange is, but they're all dwarf. So none of them are going to be too crazy big. Or semi-dwarf, whatever the middle one is.
Right.
And then, I'm looking for... currently, I'm looking for a lime one, but they said they're not going to get any more for a couple weeks. But it's
Where'd you
dope.
go, to Home Depot or Lowe's?
Lowe's.
Yeah. Nice. How much did you end up paying for them?
$40 a tree.
That's not terrible.
No.
And how many did you don't know how long it's going to take for them to be able to start sprouting fruit?
About 2 years.
That seems like a really good investment.
Yeah. I just wanted trees.
Do you have to water them?
Yeah. My whole backyard, I set up an irrigation system.
Okay.
And so I actually set up, they each have their own personal water things that are hooked up to, so I don't have to do anything. It just does it automatically.
Did you have that ready before you bought the trees? Did you buy the trees?
I built it like a week, or I built onto that part a week before I bought the trees.
How long did it take you to set it, like plant the trees?
Like maybe 20, 30 minutes a tree.
That's about an hour.
Yeah.
An hour to an hour and a half.
I had to dig a big ass hole, and then I got steer manure. I got like citrus food.
Nice.
Put all that shit in, and then I got this like border that goes around. So I put the tree in, put this little like brick border thing around it, and then I got mulch around it, so it looks real good. It's all got its own thing and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Was that your like primary thing you did over the weekend?
Yeah, that was probably one of the most things. And Easter.
Oh, I didn't do anything for Easter.
No.
Everyone asked me. I was like, I forgot, to be honest with you.
I didn't bring you any of the meat.
Oh, yeah. So did you go see your family and everything?
Yeah, Easter sucked this year, mostly because most of my family sucks dick, but...
Why is that?
They're all fucking just shitty people. They're all just white trash. No, I'm not even joking. Like,
I believe you.
They're all white trash. They all, like... I have a nephew that just doesn't give a shit about... his parents make no money. They don't have jobs. He just wants money for everything. And so...
How old is he?
He's fucking 13. And he participated in the Easter egg hunt to win a $5 golden egg.
What
so
the fuck?
He stole $5 from little kids. And then he got that $5, and then the whole rest of the day, he was like, I'll bet you $5 that I can throw this hula hoop further than you.
He was trying to double it.
He was trying to double it. I love the hustle, but he was just being a little shit.
He's a little entrepreneur.
Little entrepreneur, but...
Is this your sister's son or your brother's
son? No, it's
my
cousin's.
Do you have any brothers?
No, I don't have any brothers, but it's my cousin's kid, and he's just a piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
They're trash. They're from my mom's side, and most of them are all shitty.
I haven't talked to my family in like 5 years, bro. I don't really fuck with family like that. It's tough because... you get older and people assume like that your relationship's going to maintain the same as you mature, but the relationship doesn't mature. It's tough.
Yeah.
And it's like the security is nice, but at the same time, is it like is feeling like you don't matter worth having security? And it's like, no, I'd rather be my own security system.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's so I guess like I don't really think about I don't experience holidays like that. Like I just don't care about holidays.
Well, Easter is like my least favorite holiday. Like it's by far the one I least care about. However, I smoked a 15-pound pork shoulder, and I let it soak in Hawaiian fruit punch.
Yeah, you're telling us on the last pod.
Yeah, and
was it good?
It was good, except for I smoked that bitch for 12 hours.
2 smoked?
No, just one straight through.
No, it wasn't overly smoked.
No, it was. I think it was solid. I like mine to be like a really smoky flavor.
Yeah.
So I did hickory and apple. And,
Okay.
And yeah, I started that sucker at so Saturday night. Me and the missus went and saw the new Super Mario Brothers movie.
I hear it's really good.
I loved it. It was great.
Is Luigi in it?
Yes, he's one of the main characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's played by Charlie Day, the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
That's such a strange pick.
It makes sense though when you watch it.
Okay.
No, I loved it. And Jack Black's Bowser. It's fantastic.
Jack Black was in the new Mandalorian episode.
I know, I saw it.
It was pretty
fucking
funny.
awesome.
Yeah.
That new Mandalorian episode was Jack Black, Lizzo, and Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown.
That's a lot. That's a lot of cameos.
In one episode, that's a fuck ton. But yeah, so we went and saw that movie. Got home at like 12. Yeah, you're good. Got home at like 12, and then I put that bitch on at like 12:45, and then it ran it just all night, and then all morning until like 12, and then it went from like 15 pounds probably down to 10 pounds.
Wow.
And but it was fucking good. The only thing about the fruit punch thing was it didn't add as much flavor as I thought it would. What it really did was just put sugar on the outside.
So
it caramelized all on the outside. Yeah, but it was good. I just would next time I would probably
you should do like spiced rum.
Yeah, something else in it with it. Like I would still probably do a fruit punch, but maybe like pineapple juice or something that could go a little deeper into it.
Sure.
But nah, it was good shit. What about you, buddy? What'd you do over the weekend?
Well, I got a puppy recently.
Oh yeah, I fucking love your puppy, dude.
Yeah, chocolate lab, cute little guy. He's fucking a menace though, dude. He's chewing on everything. And
that's puppies for you, brother.
Yeah, he's not quite potty trained yet. He's like 6 weeks.
Gotta do the bells, bro.
Yeah, well, he's not deaf. You know, my other dog, my blue heeler, she's deaf. I got her on deaf doggy discount, so I paid like $140 for her. I paid $3 for this dog. Mm-hmm. But typically labs are like $1,000 right now, looking around. So my wife picked him up. I'm like, did they give him any shots? Did they check for hip or elbow dysplasia? She's like, no. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I hope this dog isn't like going to end up being a cripple. He seems fine. But,
or a money pit, you know.
You know, like, so I want to get him to the vet as soon as possible, check him out. But really, if I just pick this dog up and he has no health concerns, I just lucked out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I do want him to like, I want to train him to go like duck hunting and stuff.
Absolutely.
To retrieve, to be a bird dog. Like I don't know how much that costs. I mean, you could do it yourself, but there are people that show you how to do it, and then you could do the rest yourself.
No, bro, I think you could do it yourself. Honestly, all you have to do. For my dog, like, we've been training him a bunch, right?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna, especially a lab, you're gonna want to do just food rewards.
Yeah.
So go get a big ass thing of treats that he like really likes, and then so for the bird hunting thing, I see them all the time. They have like the fake dead birds, right?
Yeah.
And all you're gonna do is toss that bitch out. He'll grab it. Bring it to you. When he does, you give him a treat. And just keep doing that over and over and over. And you're going to train him. And you say, like, go get it. And so then when he sees, like, a bird fall down, he'll know. And that's all it is. It's just fetch.
The secret is, but you have to, like, have them indicate on their name. So you have them on heel. Mm-hmm. And then what you do is you go, like, go. And then on their name, and then they go get it. So
yeah, my dog, I have it where he'll come up, and then he'll go next to me and sit.
Yeah.
Wherever I am.
Right.
And it's all just food training, bro. That's all it is. And positive training.
Positive training. Yeah. My deaf dog, she wasn't able to eat like snacks, which is tough because she also like nonverbal, so it was like a little bit of e-collar training, which makes you kind of feel bad, but sometimes you have to. She has no recall. That's the super intelligent dog, but you can't like walk her and say heel.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
know.
mean, obviously,
Now
yeah.
she walks fine. She's 5 now. But this dog will be able to, do positive and negative training. And because my kettle dog, she wasn't able to eat snacks. She'd give her a snack.
Why couldn't she eat snacks?
She just shit everywhere. You give her any...
Was she allergic to something?
No, she's just got the weakest stomach, bro. She's got the weakest stomach. She eats like a doggy treat. She can't hold her bowels.
Interesting. So what do you guys feed her?
Just regular dog food.
What kind of dog food?
I don't know. We found a good dog food that actually keeps her lean because she was getting really fat. We weren't overfeeding her and we were exercising her. We found dog food that's good for her stomach and it keeps her lean.
Nice.
It's actually for her, like, it's sold as, it's marketed as teeth cleaning dog food.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Well, I took care of business. I haven't had sugar like this in a while, so I've had all this candy and this soda. I want to see what it does. Do you think it's going to make me feel sick?
I hope not, but it might.
It's very possible.
Oh, fuck. Well, welcome back to the real work, buddy.
Thank God. Thank God that's over.
So, you got a Discord set up for us.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. And Dread Pirate, he was able to figure out how he could set up a bot to record the audio separately, so we could do this now anywhere in the world.
I love it.
Me too.
Fantastic.
That just means more episodes.
More episodes for the peoples.
It might even be like a different like audio experience. Who knows?
I'm all about it.
I'm for it for sure. I think you can. Anyone can run that bot too and get the file.
Oh shit.
You have hiccups now?
I hope not. I'm just gonna believe I don't have hiccups and they're gonna go away.
Yeah. Did you? What do you think about the WWF merging with the UFC?
Honestly, bro, it's weird because Vince McMahon is now. Well, I guess I'm having none of that soda, am I?
I thought you gave it to me. Sorry, bro.
It's all good. Vince McMahon is now Dana White's boss.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
that part freaks me out. And also, have you seen what Vince McMahon looks like lately?
No,
He's
sure.
got a weird, creepy mustache. It's kind of.
Can I tell you something that bothers me? Is that do you think they're gonna make UFC fake?
No, it's already fake. No, it's not.
You think UFC's fake?
No, I don't.
I think sometimes the points are definitely skewed.
Well, you can fake the judging, but I'm saying the actual fight itself, I don't think.
No, the fight is real, but I think the judging sometimes is like, all right, let's split decision, but we want the story or the narrative to go this way. Like on those split decisions, they already know. I think sometimes who they're going to pick,
I think so.
and I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit.
This is what Vince McMahon looks like now.
Ooh, that's fucking creepy, bro.
He also got a fuck ton of plastic surgery.
I know, but did he gain some weight too?
Yeah, I think so.
What did he used to look like?
I'll.
Did he dye his hair?
No, I'm sure he did too. He's just old, man. He's in his 70s.
That's Dana White's boss.
That's Dana White's boss, man.
Dana White's weird. He'll go like gambling with Steve Will Do It, and then like fucking hang out with Hassan Bull.
This is what he used to look like.
Oh. Okay.
He's a big believer in fucking the roids, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the WWF is on roids because they're all thespian, right? Like they're all
Yeah,
actors.
it's a show.
Do you think there's adult men that believe that WWF is like real?
Yes, 100%. And they're idiots.
Are those the same people that are like very religious, huh?
Yeah. And those are also the people that probably go to monster trucks 6 times a year.
That's the cult of Monster Truck. What do you think it's like to like live in the Midwest and like believe WWF is like real? Like, what do you think the life, someone of like that caliber, their life looks like on a daily basis?
So I can tell you, my grandparents that were fucking the really racist ones that are white trash people, right? They knew wrestling was rigged, but anytime if you told them, well, wrestling's fake, they would go, it's not fake.
Your grandparents?
Yeah.
The grandma and the grandpa?
Yeah, both of them.
Wow.
I mean, life took care of it.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah,
but,
understandable. Where is he from?
From Canada.
What?
Yeah.
So you have Canadian in you.
I do.
How does it make you feel? You're a fraction weaker.
Well, first of all, both my mom and my dad's side have Canada in me.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because my
Have you ever
mom's no, my mom's side is from Vancouver, and my dad's side is French Canadian. So
Wow. It's the worst kind of Canadian.
I know, it's awful.
Have you ever? I've been.
That's why I'm white as fuck, though.
That makes so much more sense. I think you should go to Canada. I'd live there if their country wasn't fucking communist as fuck. You know what they just legally passed, right?
No, what did they pass?
More speech laws.
No.
Yeah, now it's like 2S LGBTQIA.
No.
So like Two-Spirit. Do you know what Two-Spirit is?
No, it's too
Look it up. I don't even want to tell. Just audience, go look up what Google. Open up a separate tab and Google Two-Spirit.
Two-Spirit, I'm on it.
I'm going to do it with you. Just type in the number 2, then spirit.
What the fuck is this? What is it?
I don't know. It's two spirits,
It's a modern
bro.
pan-Indian umbrella term used by some indigenous North Americans to describe Native people in their... Time out. In a third gender? What?
I feel like Native Americans look at white people pretending to be Native American and say those motherfuckers don't have any idea what Two-Spirit is.
What is happening?
But if you were still in Canada, right, and you said, I'm not quite sure I believe in Two-Spirit, jail.
No.
Fine. Yeah, they passed the legislation, bro.
That's so stupid.
And they took, you know what's interesting? They took away everyone's firearm.
When did they do that?
I'm pretty sure that they just removed everyone's arms.
No, I'm sure they did not. I'm sure we would have heard more about that if that was the case. Just completely outright all firearms are gone? Nah.
Trudeau is coming for Canadian guns. Some provinces refuse help. Let's look into it. Toronto after probably a shooting. Let's take a look.
Did you see that shooting in Louisville?
Yeah, but you don't fucking take away people's guns after a shooting. I think you arm more people.
Yeah.
Guns only stop guns.
I don't think that's necessarily true, but that's...
I know. That's how I feel, though. I'm pretty sure... Well, they just banned AR-15s, didn't they?
They might have. That makes sense.
It's just a matter of time, bro.
It's gonna happen here, buddy.
I don't think so at all. You really think so?
Yeah, I do.
We're a different breed in America.
Doesn't matter.
I think that you're going to have some crazy motherfuckers in the middle of the country that just fucking go to war.
You say that, but what's going to happen? More school shootings are going to happen? Like, I don't know, man. I don't think it will. We'll see. Who are they going to go to war with? They're going to... Because, like, that's the thing, is it's easy to say they're going to go to war, but what are they going to do?
The local National Guard, the local police stations, the local judge office.
They're going to lose.
Dude, the libs fucking made Chaz. Imagine what the right looks like when they fucking go rogue. Chaz.
I'm just saying, though, it ain't gonna happen.
They make fucking Second Amendment cities. Like, you know, Chaz was like a no police city. Imagine they make a Second Amendment city. Anyone who fucking fights that authority would just get murdered.
No, they wouldn't, though.
You don't think so?
No, because here's the problem. And here's my whole take on this. At the end of the day, bro, I think the government would just bomb it.
Can I tell you something? You're
not going to win against a bomb.
Tell that to Al-Qaeda and their flip-flops and AK-47.
No, the difference being, though, is this. I get where you're coming from completely. So in Al-Qaeda, in Iraq, first of all, there's way more places to hide in Iraq. There's so many underground bunkers and shit like that.
I think you underestimate the vastness of the United States. I think you underestimate how much fucking of this country is completely unoccupied. You know, 80% of the country lives in 20% of the land.
Right. What are you going to do against the tank, though?
I don't think you understand. Guerrilla warfare was invented in America.
No, it wasn't. It was definitely invented.
Well,
Time out.
The Native Americans invented guerrilla warfare. But
modern
Western
was in Vietnam.
No, that's not true. The first time warfare changed from lining up with your men, because that was the only way you could get reliable shots off, was to get a massive gun line and shoot at another gun line.
Right, that's because gun.
But Native Americans taught the U.S. soldiers how to hide behind trees and fucking just camp. Camping didn't exist until the Native Americans were like, yo, let's camp. And then trench warfare didn't exist until Andrew Jackson, the king of Trail of Tears, fucking designed trench warfare. I want you to know the British just had never seen anything like that. Andrew Jackson's like, let's just dig a hole where they can't see us and shoot at them. Fucking totally cheating. Back then, because it was more like a game, right? And then they just fucking murdered tons of Brits. And we had, it's funny, they had already declared, they had already accepted our independence when that battle happened.
Good, fuck them.
I know, I agree. But what's so funny about that, like, that's where guerrilla warfare, modern takes. I mean, I'm sure in the deep jungles. I'm talking about firearm guerrilla warfare. First time firearms were used in guerrilla warfare was with the Native Americans.
I believe it.
Training the colonials to fight Britain because we couldn't fight fair. We didn't give a fuck. We were already all mostly criminals and just like the rejects from England.
Yeah.
But I forgot where I was going with this.
No, so just going back. The problem is...
Oh, no, I'm saying...
Uh-huh.
I don't give a shit if you have a tank. People are hyper inventive. You get 3D... First of all, you want to ban guns? People just 3D print them.
Right.
And then what's to stop someone who's fucking psychopathic to 3D printing a firearm?
Nothing. It has nothing to do with that. I already told you, I'm not for banning guns.
No, I just don't think it will work. Any time in history someone tries to take away someone's liberty, it always bites them in the back of the butt. Like, look at Prohibition.
Yeah, but what about, like, Australia?
Australia is weak.
Is it, though?
Also, most of Australia is uninhabited, right? There's only like several major cities in Australia.
Correct.
It's the size of Texas.
I think it's bigger than that.
No.
No?
I think Texas has a bigger pot. Well, let's look it up. I'm pretty sure Australia is the size of Texas. Oh, Texas is fucking tiny compared to Australia.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's way bigger, bro.
It's like 4 Texas.
Just so you know, Australia is this size compared to the United States.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
That's weird to see. So Australia is just massive.
Yeah, it's giant, bro. It's its own continent.
But then I'm looking at this and it says Texas. I guess that checks out. Texas
is huge.
Australia. Now I'm realizing Australia is just fucking massive.
Yeah, did you think it was this tiny little thing?
Yeah.
No, it's big, bro.
Hey Siri, what's the population of Australia? 25 mil. Almost 26 mil.
Okay.
Hey Siri, what's the population of Texas?
6 mil.
29 mil.
So population-wise, it's the same.
So that's what I was thinking. You know, it's crazy. There's more motherfuckers in Texas than in Australia, but Australia is almost the size of the North America.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
What the fuck is going on in Australia?
You know what we should do? We should fucking take over Australia.
I know.
Let's do
If there's a World War III, do you think that the U.S. would use that as an opportunity to take over Australia?
Absolutely. We'd be stupid not to.
We'd be stupid. I mean, what do you think? What is your concept of what happens with World War III?
So I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I think we are going to go into World War III.
That's definitely going to happen.
I think it's going to be...
I don't think you can de-escalate this now.
No, I think the problem is that sides are getting drawn.
Yeah, too many hands are getting shaked.
Well, I think Russia has made friends with China, has made friends with North Korea.
Just the worst takes, though.
I know, it's just bad.
They have all of Middle East, too. They could get most of the Middle East.
You think they can get most of the Middle East?
Yeah.
Maybe. The problem is we have Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where all the money is, so...
That's very true.
No, I think it would be the United States and Ukraine.
It wouldn't be like the last World War. There were countries that stayed out of World War II that never got affected. This would be the first real full World War.
I know. Well, and the problem is I think that Russia's fucking crazy enough. I think they would just fire nuclear weapons, and that's the issue.
I don't think you have to worry about nuclear weapons. I think that the Star Wars program you could shoot lasers at the fuselages.
Not if I fired 20 of them at the same time.
I think you underestimate our defense network.
I do.
That's fair. I truly believe that they would send intercontinental ballistic missiles to receive the nuclear
All of
warheads.
them, though?
I bet you we have...
That's the pro gamer move. You don't do one at a fucking time. You do like 20, 30, 100 all at once. Good luck stopping all of them.
The problem is if they launch all theirs, we launch all ours.
Yeah, and then the world dies.
That's okay. Mutual destruction.
I don't know.
That's the whole reason no one shoots first. They know that it's mutual destruction.
Right, but if you're Vladimir Putin and you're okay with just, I had a good run, I don't fucking care, then you just pull the trigger.
You know, our system, from my understanding,
You just
is
school shoot it, bro.
Yeah, I think from my understanding that our president has a lot more authority on detonating the nuclear weapons. But I think that in Russia, there's like a chain code system where like all these generals also have to agree.
I don't think that's true.
That's what I've heard. Maybe I'm completely fucking wrong.
I don't know.
Well, you think Putin has like exclusive power?
Yeah, I do.
I thought about this the other day. I heard Barack Obama talking about how when the iPhone came out, he had a BlackBerry, and they said, Mr. President, here's the iPhone. You can have the iPhone, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't text, it doesn't call because it's not a secure network. And I thought to myself, that seems kind of bullshit. Wouldn't the United States launch a satellite just for the president and have multiple satellites that it changes?
I also believe they probably did, yeah.
Yeah, but then I thought to myself, if that's very true, Putin certainly has his own satellite network just for him.
Yeah.
That orbits the Earth, just for his cell phone.
Of course.
You'd be stupid not to.
And I bet you the president does as well.
I bet you like all these world leaders have like several satellites just for their personal cell phone.
I bet you they all have a burner phone that's just with each other as well.
Oh, that just calls one or the other?
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. I just feel like that the encryption on that must be super hefty. And it changes all the time.
You would think so, but shit's been getting leaked crazy lately.
Yeah, what do you... My buddy was talking about this. He said that he was like a Minecraft player on a Discord server.
Yeah.
I heard a terrible take on the news. They're like, but there's no moderation on Discord. That's what like the news said. Yeah. Do you just want random people dropping into your fucking random private... It's like Skype. Do they not... They don't understand Discord.
No,
they think it's more like Reddit.
Yeah.
And not like Skype. It's more like Skype. So hearing the news just boomer speak...
I love it.
God, it just irritated the shit out of me.
I love it.
They're like, there's no moderation on Discord.
But how do you make your money, Mr. Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Ads.
I fucking hate... I do really think that there's a lot of vile shit that happens in like Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. But what's funny is when the boomers fucking get up and ask questions, they're just terrible at it.
They just don't know.
They just have no concept. And it's like they're just totally wasting their opportunity. And they just make themselves seem stupid as fuck.
Absolutely. Because they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
So what did this guy essentially leak? What's the major information that he leaked?
Like war strategies in Ukraine.
How much do you think that's fake?
Weapons.
How much do you think that's...
All of it was true. They checked everything fact. Completely checked out.
Yeah, he's getting war crimes.
Oh, he's getting fucking probably thrown in jail forever.
Who cares?
He's about to disappear. I love it because he was a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah. What's really
play with fire,
is
you
how,
get
the,
fucking
how the
hurt.
fuck did he have access to all those documents?
Dude, I love it because he was an Air Force person.
You know, a lot of these guys, they get access to the systems, and they have oversight, and they actually do a light hacking.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of it's protected at that level. They do some additional hacking. Like if you ever watched the Snowden shit, like the movies on Snowden, he had access to everything, but he still had to do some program.
No, so what happened with this guy was he was in the Air Force. He had access to this stuff. He went and showed a buddy on Discord, or like a few buddies.
He showed
Discord.
like his whole Discord.
Yeah, and then what happened is someone took it and then leaked it on the internet.
That's tough.
I mean, it's on him though. He did it.
Yeah, he 100% did it. But I also like don't necessarily care.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't think we should be hemorrhaging so much fucking money to. You know what though? If the world went to a world war, I think we should stay out of it.
You think so?
If Europe can't defend itself, let them fall to Russia.
So here's the issue I have.
You think that they're going to then take over and then all attack us?
Russia, I don't give a shit about. Russia's fine. That's not what I'm worried about.
China.
It's China. China is what I worry about because if you let China take over like Thailand and take over some other countries and whatever.
God, it would ruin those countries.
No, they would just become a bigger superpower than we are, and that's the issue.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about Russia. Russia may be the biggest country in the world by like double the next.
But they
country.
don't have any money.
But they also have nothing. It's just a wasteland.
They don't have any money. It's a proven fact. They're pretty poor.
Their ruble's worth shit.
Well, it's not even just that. It's just they don't really do a lot.
They have a lot of lithium. They have a lot of uranium.
Yeah, but it's not like Saudi Arabia where
Oil.
You know, there's rumors that Saudi Arabia they don't report any of their earnings to anybody. Okay.
Yeah.
There's people that they believe in Saudi Arabia that are trillionaires that are richer than anybody else on the planet, and I believe it personally. I might be a hot take conspiracy, but I truly believe that because
What do you do when you have that much money?
Whatever you want.
No, like let's start thinking beyond billionaire. What do you do?
Trillionaire, you do whatever you want.
Build a whole city.
They're built. Have you seen that mirror city that they're building?
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts, dude. And it's like $100 billion, and it's probably nothing to them. They just go, yeah, that's fine.
That's whatever. Yeah. Wow. Do you think that they're gonna be like the next superpower?
I do, but the problem is
why don't they? Why wouldn't you use that money to conquer the rest of the world?
Because I think our military is still better than theirs.
Do you think that they
also they think about it? They get most of their money from the United States.
Uh-huh.
If they went to war with us, we would stop buying that oil,
right.
and then they wouldn't have money.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying?
Trillions of dollars. That's insane.
Yeah, they're building a mirror city.
Is a trillion?
It's going to look like this.
It's all built in between. Is a trillion a billion billions?
No, a trillion is 100 or 1,000 billions.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just be 1,000 billion?
1,000 billion.
100 billion.
Yeah.
900 billion. 1,000 billion.
999 billion plus 1 billion.
Oh.
It's still a fuck ton of money. So in retrospect, hang on.
It's a lot.
I'll give you some perspective.
1,000 billions. I'm gonna look that up. How? It's that. How the fuck did you know that? It is 1,000.
Because I mapped it in my head, buddy.
Oh, okay. 1 trillion equals 1,000 billions or a million millions. 1 trillion consists of 1 followed by 12 zeros. That's 1,000. Huh. I guess 1,000 thousands is a million. Right?
So, for retrospect, if you counted right now, 1, 2, 3, it would take you 11 days to count to a million, okay?
Uh-huh. 11 days to count to a million.
So let's see how long it would take. It would take 31 years, 251 days to count to a billion.
Oh, wow.
And for a trillion, it would take you 8,000 years.
Shit.
So you can never do it.
What do you do? I just feel like you do something cool with $1 trillion. You build giant robots.
Yeah.
You make Gundams.
I make Pacific Rim, yeah.
I would just make like nuclear powered robots.
Have you seen the actual giant like moving Gundams?
In Japan?
Yeah.
I've seen the statues.
No, they have like real ones that like move around and shit, bro.
You wouldn't make a Gundam? I would spend all $1 trillion to make a functional Gundam.
I don't think it would cost that much.
Like one that could fly.
Yeah, I don't think it would cost that much.
Then why the fuck wouldn't these guys do it? Do you think there's going to be a whole different generation that grows up on anime that fucking inherits that money? And just Gundams within the next 50 years are going to be real because the Saudi Arabia kids are going to get a hold of anime. Because you got to think their fathers fucking lived in the desert.
Yeah.
Their grandfathers lived in the desert. These kids are going to fucking watch anime, inherit all that fucking money, and be like, Gundams.
I think so. Look at this real life Gundam.
Oh my god.
Isn't that amazing?
It does move. Yeah, we're going to have Gundams in the next 50 years. Giant robots are going to be real. Nuclear powered. What do you think about that?
I love it.
I want that to be real.
What do you think the next source of power is? Do you think it's nuclear?
I think we're sleeping on nuclear, 100%. I think all our power could be nuclear. It would be clean.
Do you think solar is not the way?
I think solar is dead. I think
solar, it's dead?
I think solar is good for small habitats, but do you see the giant? It's a massive waste of lithium. No, you're good. I think there's lithium. Whatever material they use to collect the energy, I think it's lithium. I could be wrong, but I know that resource is running out, and they build giant fields of that shit, and it barely powers anything.
No, it powers a lot. The problem is
wind makes more sense.
Well, the problem with solar is that it's got to be at a very specific temperature and things like that.
And location.
So obviously we live in Arizona, and you're like, oh, there's a ton of sun here, but it's too hot for solar.
Right.
Like all the people that have solar panels and stuff here, those solar panels last 10 years. That's why I didn't get solar, because it's $60,000 and it doesn't last forever. It lasts 10 years, and then you have to get new solar panels.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm dead serious.
No, dude, nuclear is the way to go.
Yeah.
And then you could have nuclear will last a couple decades.
I don't think we figured out. And they did come up with something. I don't know if you saw this. This was a couple months back.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They created fusion.
Yeah,
for a split second. Yeah, if we go fusion, then we're good. We have unlimited energy forever.
I think that's the future right there.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And then I think war stops
altogether.
Whoever gets nuclear fusion, they could just create a giant super laser. If you have unlimited energy, you can create a giant super laser. Beam it around. Fucking all you got to do is have planes with mirrors. Fly a mirror over, a plane with mirror over a city. Shoot that laser at that fucking plane. It zaps down.
No, you just put it on a satellite, buddy.
Yeah, so you just shoot a satellite dish.
Yeah, you just put it on a satellite up in the sky.
A nuclear fusion
straight
satellite.
Down, yeah.
Yeah, and it could create shielding.
Yeah, it just fucking takes whatever out.
What happens if? Wow, that's fucking crazy.
I love it. That's the America I want.
how much do you think that the government, with all the money we spend on the military, how much do you think they figured out fission already? They're just not ready to implement
I don't think
it.
they have.
I disagree with you. I think that they had B-12 bombers or whatever, the black birds back in the 60s.
No.
And we didn't hear about that until way later.
You know, my grandpa worked on those.
Area 51?
No, the actual stealth bomber.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Where was he stationed?
He wasn't stationed anywhere.
Oh.
He was in Japan for a little bit, but
you don't want to reveal too much.
Honestly, I really don't fucking know. But my grandpa designed a bunch of shit for the military. He also worked on the Apache helicopter. He's worked on a bunch of different things. That's why he has them out in California. It's because the government paid for all this shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Because he made a bunch of fucking. He worked all the way up until he died, for the military.
Who owns that
shit.
house?
Right now, it's in between my parents and my aunt and my uncles.
That's tough, because it's
they want to sell it, but my dad wants to keep it.
Why doesn't he buy them out?
Because it's expensive.
That makes sense.
Because altogether, it's probably worth.
He could get a loan, make it an Airbnb, make it back, or put a resort. Can he put a resort on it?
Nah, it's too fucking in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that's shit.
Because it's in Covelo, California, which is itself in the middle of nowhere.
How much if they sold it? How much would they get?
A couple mil.
Maybe you should.
I don't know. It's kind of amazing though. It's 400 acres of land. You'll never get that opportunity again.
Oh wow.
It's just on a mountain. It's just a mountain you own with a house.
Okay, so World War III. Who do you think? What do you think is do you think that Russia will attack NATO?
Yeah.
Or do you think NATO will attack Russia?
No, Russia will attack. So what's good? Guarantee what's going to happen.
Are they going to invade Poland, do you think?
I think so. They'll invade somewhere.
Belarus will invade the Balkans.
Yeah. I think just once shit pops up, everyone's going to start invading everywhere.
If the United States can get involved, though, we literally have them surrounded with Finland.
No, let's just take Mexico.
Oh, I think you just take Moscow and you just say to appease China to stop the war right away. You can have that. You can have all of Russia above you. immediately,
I don't want to give them that, though.
It's worthless. It's fucking... There's no one there.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
There's resources there, sure, but I think it's worth peace. I think if you say China, you can have all of the land above you. We're going to split Russia in half.
Do we get half of Russia?
We get half of Russia.
I'm down.
China gets the other half. I think that...
We get the good half, though.
We get the European half.
Yeah.
They get the Asian half. It checks out.
Yeah.
Then the world will be divided into like Africa, Asia, and Europe, basically.
And then the Fire Nation attack.
Then World War IV is when that's when the Fire Nation will attack. I think China would be pretty good, and then that will give them access to a lot more resources, so they won't feel super like.
I also think China will attack Japan eventually, though.
Japan is basically the United States.
Yeah.
So if they're just the better version of us, they do American fashion better. There's a whole book on it. It's pretty good. They basically...
they do hentai better?
They do hentai better, for sure. Japanese people love Americana style, by the way. They dress in American style, but better than we do.
I believe it.
What was I going to say? Yeah, if they attack Japan, it's over. Like, we have to engage. They would actually probably attack Taiwan first.
Well, they're gonna attack. They're gonna try to get Taiwan.
I hope so.
You hope so? Why?
Because I don't give a fuck about Taiwan.
Yeah, but they're an ally.
Not really. Barely. What do they do for us? No, they're strategic site.
Hello. What the fuck do any of our allies do for them? We're just the big brother walking around with the big dick.
Yeah.
Most of our allies don't do a goddamn thing
You're
for us.
100% correct. If they invade Taiwan...
You know what? I'm in on this World War III. Let's just sit it out. Let's just see how it plays out.
Exactly. Like World War I. Let's just fucking sit it out. I don't understand why we have to engage. You know, what's the worst that could happen? Russia takes over Europe? Fuck, dude. We had to fucking save Europe twice? Fuck them. Let them lose.
When is Europe going to save us?
They're never. They need to learn. They need to fucking learn their lesson. If they can't fucking...
They can't even figure out Brexit.
Dude, if Russia is like strong enough to fucking take all over Europe, maybe at least Europe will then be unified.
That's true.
That's all I have to say.
That's fair.
I don't give a fuck. They need to get their shit together. I'm serious.
I know you are.
I also think that Europe has a lot of Western cultural ideals, and if Russia did invade and win, all of those ideals would get absorbed into the collective that is Russia. And I think it would slowly erode their like hyper nationalist views. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't think that you could just take over an area unless they do like a puppet annex.
Okay.
What do you think will happen?
I don't know.
You think we should just like not just let them fuck them? I honestly feel like that with Ukraine. I don't care. Yeah, sir. Is it genocide? Since when is like it our job?
So the problem I have with Ukraine is it's like, okay, man, it's been going on for fucking how long now, right? And we're supplying weapons to Ukraine.
You know, like world wars start this way. They start really slow, exactly like this, and then it all starts happening all at once.
You're not wrong. That's exactly how world wars start. The Second World War was just some dude got assassinated, and that was it. That set the whole fucking thing off.
Well, there was too many treaties. There's too many treaties involved.
Yeah. So
we're more careful with our treaties now, I think, or maybe less. Who fucking knows?
Less. But
do you think we get drafted?
No, I think we're too old now. I think we missed it.
Fuck yeah. I'd also just say, like, here's all my medical shit. Like, I never would want to be... I wouldn't mind, like, if I had no other choice, like, let's say I became homeless or destitute, I wouldn't mind joining the military, but I don't want to be forced when I have a nice job. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
I'd be like... you get rid of the squad and AOC, and then I'll fucking feel like I can fight for this country. But that's what I'm fighting for. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Has nothing to do with them.
Aren't they getting like not rehired?
Who?
The squad. How much of them are left?
No.
AOC still.
AOC is going to be there because she's from New York.
She's got some terrible takes though. She wears like the super expensive dresses. She's like, eat the rich. Bitch, you are rich. What the fuck?
Yeah, she's from Brooklyn.
She's so ghetto, bro. I can't stand her. And she's got that horse mouth. Not a massive fan. Like, at least with Nancy Pelosi, you understand. Like, she's a lifer. She's not a great person, but...
Well, not only just that, but Nancy Pelosi's just making that money.
Yeah,
she's getting that bag.
She's only there for the bread. You gotta respect the hustle.
Yeah.
She's terrible.
Her husband got hit with a fucking hammer, and she's just like, whatever. I'm just going to work.
Gotta eat ice cream. You ever see when she does the fridge deep dives? She's like, look how much ice cream I have. And it's like, fuck, I hate this country sometimes. I understand why that fucking Air Force guy leaked all that content. I'm like, he probably... Imagine fighting for this country at, like, that age. And, like, seeing the fucking depravity that goes on. What do you think?
No, it's fine. I think at a certain point, I call it the not giving a shit line. And so, like, right now we're under the not giving a shit line, okay? So we're sub 50. I think if you're under the age of 50, you're like, fuck, there's still a lot of life ahead of me.
Yeah.
I want to make sure things good. I think if you're over the age of, maybe it's 60, but 50 or 60, you're like,
I think it depends on the person. I think that's the range from like 50 to 70.
Yeah, you're like, it doesn't fucking matter.
I don't know a lot of people who are 80 that still care.
No one at 80. You're like, if I die tomorrow, it's great.
I can run, sure.
Yeah.
Great. Take me out of this world. Fuck, I'm done. I'm tired.
Yeah, my knees hurt.
Yeah.
From sucking the world's dick too much.
That's fucking funny, bro. That sucks, dude. Yeah, but that's the truth.
But that's the fucking truth, buddy.
That's absolutely the truth. Holy fucking shit. So why do you think he did it? Why do you think he leaked it? Just to be cool with his friends?
No, I think he was just showing his friends, and then some dude took it and put it on the internet, bro. That's all that happened.
Do people have like access to this stuff?
Yeah, it's public. I can go find it right now.
Sounds like I did remember.
There was weapons that got leaked too.
Really?
Yeah,
like
military weapons.
Futuristic shit we don't know about?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Remember like 6 months ago when the government came out and said, yeah, there's UFOs and we don't know what they are?
Yeah.
And the world just stopped caring?
Yeah.
What happened with that?
I think that's the best approach to UFOs. I don't believe in aliens, by the way. I don't believe in extraterrestrials.
Which I don't understand.
Because I think it's modern day angels. We've talked about this. I think people, when they saw stuff they didn't understand, they said it was angels.
Yeah.
And now UFOs are angels. It's just Bigfoot. I truly
So what is it though?
Military equipment. We are so far. They're probably not 60 years ahead anymore. They're probably 200 years ahead.
Okay.
I think they probably have some of the best fucking scientists in the world, and they're like, well, we're just going to save all this tech for World War III, and we're going to see some crazy hover tanks and shit. World War III is where they're going to release all their dope fucking beta tested.
Well, I will tell you that there's a chance you're potentially right. I also
But then
think,
once it gets out to the world, they're like, okay, now you guys can have all this
how were
stuff.
the pyramids made though?
Over a very long time.
No, it's not as long as you think it is.
I think you underestimate the human grit. I think when people say humans did not make the pyramids, dude, they just fucking had massive amounts of slave labor to build the pyramids.
They were really not slave labor though.
Some of them wasn't. Some of them were.
Okay, but I'm telling you, bro, like, it's so perfect. I don't think you could make a pyramid today.
They were also all really good at math.
They were really good at math.
They were all really good at math.
It's perfect. Like, that's the shit that blows my mind.
You're one of those people.
I'm one of those people.
So you think the aliens fucking... What is the pyramid?
I think if you went back in time...
This is what I will say about the pyramids. Number one, the Sphinx is definitely older than 10,000 years.
Yes.
100%. I think that the takes on... There are a lot of fucking accounts that there is an older civilization
I'm all
of ancient civilization.
Yes.
I think that the Ice Age... I don't think agricultural revolution just fucking banged into existence at the end of the Ice Age. Shit, we're still in the Ice Age, but you know what I mean. Colloquially, the fucking time frame that the fucking ice that started becoming warmer again, right? What I'm saying is, you know, Graham Hancock and stuff like that. There's definitely ancient civilizations that transcend 20, 30, 50,000 years ago. The fact that doesn't even seem like that long.
Right.
Like, but we say, oh no, civilization didn't exist 10,000 years ago. That's like saying the earth is 7,000 years old in the Bible.
Right,
it's
right.
not, there's no fucking way. There was hunter-gatherers and light farming 50,000 years ago.
I would not be surprised if we've had a few different what am I looking for? Cycles.
Sure.
Where, like, we've had, you know, people maybe... And I think this is probably the furthest we've ever got along.
I absolutely agree. I don't think we've ever gotten this far before.
No, I don't think we've ever gotten... But you look at shit around the world, so, like, Yosemite, right?
I also think it's technology bias. And what I mean by that is this time around, we are so advanced, we don't even see all the times we could have been completely fucked because of our technology at this level. I think and I'm kind of this is my theory, right? Mm-hmm. I think that if technology was a little less at certain points in history, we may have been reset, but we don't notice it because there's a bias. Mm-hmm. But continue with what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying, like, Yosemite is like so many. It's a super volcano, and it's like 100,000 years overdue for exploding.
Sure.
So it wouldn't surprise me if just like every 20,000 years or something just happens. We either get hit by a meteor, an ice age forms, a super volcano explodes, something that wipes off the earth.
The water rises too high.
Yeah, just something happens and we start over.
There's got to be like a handful of like 15 people, but because we're so fucking smart, we're able to repopulate so quickly. That's what's allowed us to maintain dominant force.
Yeah, we're a virus, bro.
Yeah, we're the best virus. So even if you kill 99% of us, that 1% will fucking repopulate the earth in the next couple thousand years.
Right, and you take away everybody's resources, and then you have kids, and you grow up, and you think about it, you grow up in a less sophisticated environment, and then it starts all over.
What do you think the most advanced we've ever been is?
I mean, probably Atlantis.
Do you think they have like flying techs?
No, I think that we had... So the most advanced we probably ever got to was some kind of technology that we just have no idea about.
Like, it's just because we just haven't rediscovered it. Mm-hmm. I think that the most advanced that we got was like the Baghdad battery. So this is my take. I think that they had a general understanding of like the most powerful engineers in the world could recreate Thomas Edison's light bulb. Keep in mind, Thomas Edison's light bulb super fucking shit, right? Like, and it's not super. I mean, it's still working to this day, but it's not
great though.
It's not great. What I'm saying is, anyone could probably reproduce that if they fucking had the lead and the fucking acid, and they put it in a clay pot, and you just need a vacuum sealed container and horsehair, right? Mm-hmm. And you run an electric. You can get electricity through fruit, right? People played with that shit all the time. I'm sure you get some copper strands. I'm sure you could figure out a light source. I think that there's definitely, like, even in the pyramids, how the fuck did they get light in there so they could see? You couldn't have had torches, right?
Why can't you have torches?
They would burn up all the oxygen while they work in there. That's at least the theory. Mm-hmm. I think that they had many light sources, or one light that they got to work, and that's the light they fucking carried everywhere.
Well, I know, like, have you ever seen the movie The Mummy?
Yeah.
So, like, they have the mirror technique. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Where you have, like, so you have a hole, and then the sun comes in, and then you have a big reflective mirror, and it bounces it, and then you have a bunch of mirrors all staged throughout.
Yeah, that's more than likely. That's more likely. But I think that that's the most advanced we've ever got, is like Baghdad battery or like a light system. I think that also you're probably right. Giant temples were able to be made. They had general understanding of maybe animal husbandry. Mm-hmm. I'm sure the elephants were used to make the pyramids, right? Well, everyone just discounts the fact that elephants fucking exist. Elephants are massive, especially the African elephant. And they're also domesticatable. I mean, they're tameable, they're not domesticatable. So you could, or maybe they were. Maybe they were able to domesticate elephants and then we just lost them. Like, you put dogs out in the wild, they'll become wolves over time. Same with pigs, they'll become boars even faster. Who knows if we had domesticated elephants that we fucking used, and ox.
Or maybe there was some other species that we just don't even know about.
I feel like they would have drawn them, though. But
here's the thing, buddy, that nobody talks about. Like, so in the deserts of Egypt and all these places, right, they weren't sand back in the day. Right. They were, that sand was not fucking there. Right. Okay, all that sand came and covered it. So if you told me that there maybe was some other species the size of an elephant. Sure. Strength of an elephant. Sure. That's just buried under thousands of feet of sand, how would I know?
No, you wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's harsh. It's harsh. It's a harsh environment, so it's really challenging.
Yeah, you're not gonna find it for now.
Like, LiDAR is just revealing how fucking crazy there were cities in fucking South America. Right. Yeah. So I mean, and I do think that people had explored the world twice over before they said Christopher Columbus, right? Right. Or Americana, or whatever his fucking name was. I truly believe there are maps that account this, Antarctica and stuff. I think that people have been globetrotting for tens of thousands of years. Of course. I think that the general understanding of human history is very small-minded and accounted to. It just doesn't add up. The Sphinx, for example, the erosion. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Where the water lines on it.
The head doesn't match.
Well,
right?
I personally think the Sphinx has been
it's been adjusted.
Yes, they put a new head on it.
Do you think that the Egyptian government knows what's in that cavity in the pyramid? You know, LiDAR shows that there's a giant cavity in the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the government knows what's in that and they're just not revealing it?
I don't think they do.
Why? Or do you think there's too much bureaucracy so they won't open it up?
I know there's a thing.
There's no tunnels there.
I know there's a thing with this. There's totally tunnels there. I believe there is.
You think so?
Yeah. I also think that there's with the Sphinx that there's a tunnel system where a guy went into it. Like he only went in and looked real quick and then got out. But I do think that in my heart of hearts, they've had people that went in there and they just never came back up, and they don't know why. And that could be my conspiracy brain going off as well. But
you think there's a portal system?
No, I think there's.
Do you think it's just that?
I think it's booby trapped, to be honest with you, and but they don't want to fuck with it, and they don't want to risk it.
And because then it closes it off forever.
Yeah.
Drones. We literally have drones that could hover now.
No, I think they don't want to put anything in there that like I said, just in case something, if it breaks or anything like that, then you give your one chance.
They had been drilling in the pyramids, micro holes, and sending like little machines that could go in and like snake lights, like they put in.
Egypt is fascinating to me.
Egypt is super fascinating, and you got to think too. On the other side of the Mediterranean, you have giant Colosseum cities made out of fucking lime and granite, and it's carved, and they fucking have just. I know that the coffee bean has a lot to do with mathematics, because mathematics, the oldest accounts are in fucking the Middle East, right? Mm-hmm. So my thought process is that probably went to Africa before it went to Greece. So I'd love to see what Egypt influencing Greece was like, because I bet you it was even more grand. I mean, wasn't the pyramids, they used to be covered in granite?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And then topped with gold? I wonder what that city used to look like.
No, dude, the pyramids, I think, used to be perfectly smooth.
White, completely white, and then gold tipped at the top.
Yep, that's fascinating. If I could go back in time, I would want to see the pyramids.
They didn't build the next biggest structure until like the 1800s.
No, you know
that was
the
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower, and that's pretty shit. I mean, nothing against the Eiffel Tower, but it's only big because they fucking didn't make it habitable. They just made it a big structure.
Yeah, it's just a big structure, and it's made of fucking like
metal.
Yeah, it's just metal. There's not even any like walling or paneling or anything. It's just a frame.
There is an elevator system, right?
It's just a frame with an elevator.
It is a frame, yeah, and there's a restaurant on top, right?
Is there a restaurant?
Yeah, there's a restaurant on top. I'm pretty sure you can go eat at that restaurant. I bet you it's mid.
I bet you it sucks, and
I bet you it costs a lot of fucking money.
Oh, I bet you it's probably the most expensive meal I would ever have in my life.
What do you think about the French catacombs?
Oh, bro. So there's you know me in horror, right?
Okay.
So there's a movie called So Above. What is it fucking called? I'm gonna Google it real quick. But yes, the French catacombs are crazy.
Do you think that they got fucking travelers from Africa back then? Because they're France borders that ocean, right? The Mediterranean.
Yes. Hmm?
You think France also had like people from Africa, like in Egypt, traveling to their land?
Potentially.
Of course.
So there's a movie called As Above, So Below.
I think I've heard of this. Yeah.
And it's a horror movie where they go into the French catacombs, and it's awesome.
Damn.
And I love it. It's great.
That's crazy.
But
that's absolutely nuts. What do you think's down there? Do you think it's just network in the city?
I think it's just network of the city.
You know, they have catacombs in England that the fucking like military uses.
Really?
Yeah, there's this whole thing. Actually, on the Joe Rogan podcast, this guy fucking snuck down there, and just giant catacombs under England, and they're just if you know how to get to them, and they're just all were made. I think World War II time and World War I time, and just fucking like the British SAS fucking used them as communication pathways and stuff like that.
That's nuts.
And he almost got arrested as a terrorist just for exploring.
Do you think there's catacombs in the United States?
What type of catacomb?
Any kind of catacombs.
There's like catacombs in Seattle because the city got mudslided, and instead of digging it out, which was the wise thing to do, they just built a second city on top of that city. I've been in those catacombs. So I think it's a different type of catacomb. Like, it's not made out of brick so much as it's made out of like old buildings below the buildings. That's pretty interesting. I don't. Who knows how deep those go realistically? But I don't think. Do you think, like you're saying, is there catacombs in New York City?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Not like ancient Europe. What do you think? I bet you there's catacombs in China.
Oh, I guarantee it.
We don't even. You know what's crazy? We know so little about their culture and history.
I know.
We don't get taught
Let's
that.
invade them.
I would love to. They don't. They don't. We don't really get to learn about their culture or society in school. We don't touch on them at all
because they're taboo.
Yeah, that's so strange. We learn about Egypt, we learn about Greece, and we barely touch on China, even though they're the oldest country of all time.
Yeah.
They're the longest standing country. How come we don't go over that in like social studies?
Because people don't like China.
That's wild to me. That's wild because they're so old. Someone must have opened the door for a second. That gave me like a rush. Again, really?
It's all good.
That's wild.
Well, we're coming up on about an hour anyways, buddy.
What time are we at?
Let's see here. Oh. Yeah, we're like right at about 1 hour, so.
Well, I think that there was a lot of craziness going on, but in the world, but it's all right as long as we have the Pirate Pod.
That Pirate Pod is what's going to get us through the day.
I think this is a good run. I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, email us at
the Pirate Podcast channel at gmail.com.
Yep, and leave a comment if you want. Doesn't have to be good.
Yeah,
be bad.
fuck it. Tear us apart. If you disagree with us, I love it.
Check out some of our shorts.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much.
Later, everyone.